Travelers, it's Cassidy here, and I am so excited to be coming to you from Biltmore, George Vanderbilt's majestic 19th century estate and manor. It's the closest we're going to get to a fairy tale castle in America, and it is one of my favorite places on earth. George Vanderbilt first visited Asheville, North Carolina with his mother as a young man and fell in love with the beautiful acreage bordered by the Smoky Mountains. It was here that George began construction on his 250-room French Renaissance chateau in 1889. Completed in 1895, the finished home was comprised of over 4 acres of floor space, including 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and sat on over 100,000 acres of land. Today, it remains the largest privately owned home in the United States. When George finished construction on his dream home, he was one of America's most eligible bachelors, but not for long. In 1898, George was joined at Biltmore by his new bride, Edith Stuyvesant Dresser, and the couple welcomed their first and only child, daughter Cornelia, in 1900. George and Edith Vanderbilt were known for their hospitality, and on my recent trip to Biltmore to see the estate's latest exhibition, A Vanderbilt House Party, I felt like an honored guest. George's impressive library spans 2 stories and houses his personal collection of 22,000 volumes. But I have to say, my favorite rooms in the house have to be the indoor fitness facility and, well, the bowling alley. Super excited to be coming to you from inside Biltmore. I am here with Leslie Klingner. She is the Curator of Interpretation of Biltmore.
So we have a new exhibition up featuring more than 50 costumes, many recreated by an Oscar award-winning designer. The ones behind us were made recreations of Adele, George Vanderbilt's niece, and her husband, who came to Biltmore for their honeymoon in 1895. This is a recreation of 2 outfits that the Vanderbilt family wore. On the left is Pauline Merrill, who's Edith Vanderbilt's sister, and Cornelia's aunt. Cornelia, Edith Vanderbilt, and George Vanderbilt's daughter, is on the right. These are recreations of pictures that were made in March and April of 1904. And the other thing that's really special is we have a letter from Pauline that was actually written in the bedroom that's behind us, and she describes all the activities of the house party, including taking the children down to feed the swans, having afternoon tea, and then going back to their room to have an hour's rest and reading before getting ready to dress for dinner. And so we were able to recreate all of these scenes in the Vanderbilt House Party.
We are in George Vanderbilt's room. Surprise.
And I'm not the valet, but welcome to Mr. Vanderbilt's closet. One feature that you can't see in here are that the lights come on automatically when you open the door. So pretty progressive technology for 1895.
For the exhibition, Leslie and her team at Biltmore collaborated with Academy Award-winning costume designer John Bright and his team at Cosprop London. Cosprop is the world's leading costume house for film and television, and Biltmore collaborated with Cosprop to recreate the clothing worn by the Vanderbilt family from archival photographs. And that included this exquisite haute couture House of Worth gown worn by George's sister, Florence Twombly. Also on view are a few pieces from Cosprop's archives, such as this gown designed by John for the film The Golden Bowl. And I am excited to announce that you can find interviews with both Leslie Klingner and John Bright on my and April Callahan's podcast, Dress the History of Fashion, available on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, you have until May 27th to see A Vanderbilt House Party, The Gilded Age. Enjoy! Want more art of dress behind the scenes? Please message me on Instagram and let me know what you thought about today's program. Also, I would like to extend a huge thank you to my camera woman and sister Haley, as well as John Bright, Judith Bright, and Amy Toll of Cost Prop, and finally the wonderful staff at Biltmore, Leslie, Heather, Leanne, Marissa, and everyone else who made my trip so incredibly special. Thank you so much.